GTV. And now it's time for this Friday morning session of Children's GBC with George Buxton, as he gets to present 5 programmes today, including the last ever episode of The Sooty Show. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Children's GBC on a Friday morning. Well, viewers, so here we go with the last 5 programmes for Friday morning. Well, when I say 5 programmes, I meant that we got the 5th programme, which is today, which is going to be, sadly, the last ever episode of The Sooty Show, which is Fanatical Fun, which it will happen later on this morning. But back to today, we begin with the new adventures of the Shoe People, and it's the 16th episode, and today it's called Back in the Old Ball Game. I wonder what it means by that. Let's find out.
Piece of cake.
Was the new adventures of the Shoe People. Yes, I'm so glad that some people are back in the old ball game. Right, so the next one now is Postman Pat, and that means that we're back in Greendale, by the way. So, because today, it's a bit of a rainy day today, so will Pat be able to get through with all those letters and parcels, and especially about other people giving him a hand as he drives along? Let's find out.
Black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Bom, 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 dee-dum, dum, dee-dum, bom, 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 bom.
And that was Postman Pat. Well, so it was a bit of a rainy day in Greendale. And as the narrator says, just looked out of the rain. He hated wet days. He really does. So the next one now is Playdays, and we're back at the 10th stop again. At this time, it's called Going Camping. Yeah, this is from 1990, by the way. Oh, and we're back on the normal title for Playdays, by the way.
Play bus! But where does it go? Where does it stop? What's the sign of the lollipop? Stop! It's the 10th stop.
to the play tent.
Hello! Take you to the rest home.
I'll take the dinghy.
Right, come on in. Come on, Mobs. Oh, where's he going? Be careful. Be careful, we wobble.
Was play days. Well, so going camping was such a great way to spend a day as a family. But it's not so when it's raining, just like Pat already had earlier on. So the next one now is Sally Mally, and today's episode is all about leaving home. But why is one of them going to be leaving home? Well, we'll have to find out, won't we?
Don't dilly-dally, don't shilly-shally, come see Sally Mally and her little pet jackdaw. If you hear squawking when you go out walking, it must be Sally Mally and her little pet jackdaw. Sally's house is full of laughter, jackdaw needs some looking after. Isn't that what friends are for? So come see Sally Mally and her little pet jackdaw.
Good night, Jackdaw, said Sally Mally. Said Jackdaw.
That was Sally Mally. Well, so let me tell you one thing. Sometimes that people have to leave home because if they are upset because they can't solve their own problems, but sometimes if they regretted anything, they just come straight back. So I'm so glad that Jackdaw and Sally Mally are reunited. So the next one now is sadly going to be the last ever episode of The Sooty Show. And today's episode is called Fanatical Fun. And that's something to do with exercise, for when Matthew Corbett tried his best to be fanatical about exercise for some reason. So, will Matthew be able to burn off some calories? Well, we'll have to find out with a little help from Sooty and his chums. So, anyways, here's the last episode of The Sooty Show. The Sooty Show, but very sadly though, this was the last ever episode of The Sooty Show, and it was fanatical fun. Still, it has been a good run though to The Sooty Show while it lasted from 1981. But don't you worry though, viewers, it may not be over yet, well, not yet anyway, because later on this afternoon, and I'd like to give a very special shout out to George, who will be presenting the Sooty Show for the last time to air the show. Because as George is started to running out of ideas to broadcast which episode, because we come a long way from having the Sooty Show since the children's FTV days, GTV, and as well as GBC, the current one that we are on right now. So, it's time for me, George Buxton, to say, well, goodbye everyone, and I'll see you next week. But George Ben will be here later on this afternoon. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye. This is GTV, and now it's time for another episode of 321, And today's theme is all about cartoons. And even though that our intro sequence has got a cartoon bin called Dusty. But I wonder what sort of prizes is most of the competitors going to win. Wow, let's go enjoy Ted Rogers, Dusty Bin, and some others in 3, 2, 1. And as we say, 3, 2, 1, and cue the intro. You're watching GTV. Now it's time to head on down to Summer Bay, and I am not counting down on Looney Tunes this time. It's obviously Home and Away.